Hey YouTube, it's Ben here with the 60-gallon tank, giving you a quick little update and thanking all the subscribers for putting me up over 500. Just went over 500 subscribers, that's awesome. And I want to give you my 5 favorite tips. These are the tips that I picked up by listening to other videos and other fish keepers. And these are just like my 5 favorites. I'm sure there's more I'll think of. But here are my 5 favorite tips for African cichlids that I've gotten quite a bit of use out of and a lot of pleasure from. Tip number 1, put some clown looches in your tank. You know, I tried cories. Cories don't last in a cichlid tank. They get destroyed pretty quick. But these clown looches add a lot of color, a lot of fun to the tank. They're always active. They're always digging around. So definitely add clown looches. That's tip number 1, clown looches. Tip number 2, overstock to spread aggression. This tank has settled out quite a bit. There isn't a lot of aggression going on. But every now and then, like right now, this guy down here, he's actually becoming a little aggressive, and but he gets pretty distracted. The yellow lab is asserting being the tank boss, and but there's so many fish that it doesn't really end up singling out any one fish. So definitely overstock to spread aggression. There's tip number 2, very important in the keeping of cichlids. Tip number 3, overfilter. I run 2 Sun 302s on this tank, 2 Sun 302s. So definitely overfilter your tank. Up to 5 times more than the recommendation. So you can see I run two of these Suns. They've been running for almost 2 years now. Very quiet. They don't make a sound. They do a great job. I have them stuffed with coarse, medium, and fine sponges on the bottom. The water travels back to the tank from the bottom up. Then it goes through some Biohome Ultimate and also some Surmedia, Marine Pure Surmedia, and then it returns to the tank after traveling over some Purigen. Some Purigen 100-gallon pouch in each one of Purigen. Good stuff. Tip number 4, real simple mechanical tip. Get a submersible heater and keep it a little bit low in your tank. This way when you do your water changes, you don't have to mess with your heater. I was always having to stick my hand in and lean the heater down because you don't want your heater out of the water. It'll blow up on you. So in this case, I have an API plastic-coated heater. Works great. Has a green light on when it's at the right temperature, red light when it's working and heating. And so definitely get a submersible and put it low in the tank, horizontal, and that way you don't have to mess with it during water changes. And that, of course, leads me to the last tip. Definitely do those 50% water changes without fail. 50% water changes. I started using a 50-foot Aqueon, and I recommend that for people who, especially if you get a sore back from carrying buckets back and forth, which I was getting. Definitely get yourself an Aqueon and or a Python, something like that that you can attach to a tap and treat for the entire volume of the tank. Temperature match, and then run the tap water right into your tank. It saves you a lot of going back and forth with buckets. Okay, so those are a few tips. Hope you find them useful, and thank you so much to everyone that has contributed to the 500 subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate your comments and the feedback I've been getting. Some of you have said some very nice things regarding following my tips and having it help you with your tank, and that's what it's all about, you know, us fish folk helping each other. And let's take a look at a couple of the fish. Here's my little frontosa, growing very nicely. Blue dolphin growing very slow. These dolphins grow very, very slow. There's the iceberg. There's the Malawi trout. Still a baby at about 3 inches, 3.5 inches. German red. Yellow benga. And a yellowtail. I do have a few mabunas in here mixed in with the peacocks and haps, and I don't get a lot of problem really. The yellow lab does assert himself every now and then since he's gotten pretty big. You can see him; he's quite a specimen. It's bicolor 500. It's an F1. Picked him up from Amy Temple, Ames Altitude Aquatics, Colorado Springs. Look her up. She's got great fish. You can find her on Facebook. All right, so there's my 5 tips with a little extra like always. Thank you so much for watching, and please comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and rate. And my next video, I keep promising, is a update on filter maintenance and canister maintenance, and that'll be coming up in my next video. Thank you so much.